If you work in any of these industries, ChatGPT can literally save you hours of time. So let me show you 4 real-world use cases and how to customize ChatGPT specifically for your role and address any privacy concerns you might have. Let's get into it. Before we get into the real-world use cases, I recommend customizing ChatGPT. For this, just head over to your profile section and go to Customize ChatGPT. Within this area, there's 3 main parts. The first one I would consider is what do you do? So maybe I can say here that I'm a financial analyst for a bank. Secondly, what traits should ChatGPT have? So I'm just gonna paste something like this. First up here in this list, I've put accuracy. It's obviously very important not to make any mistakes, especially for financial calculations. Then we want a professional tone. After all, we are working for a bank here in this scenario. We also want to have some Excel expertise, so this way it should hopefully suggest any kind of automations depending on the scenario. We also want some assistance with PowerPoint, which is about 30-40% of the job. And finally, we want some market awareness, so we want it to be aware of current events and incorporate that into the different answers it gives us. Finally, there's this bottom area called anything else ChatGPT should know about you. And here I personally like to write some details about my current role. So you'll notice I say I'm a banking analyst, I'm dealing with pitch books, valuations, etc. I use Excel, PowerPoint, and some of these other tools as well. And here for this scenario, I'm just making it up that I don't know how to code. So saying something like that is good because it's gonna be very clear on the fact that it's not gonna start proposing things with code in it. Then if we scroll down, we kind of lay out our objective, which is just to save time. And also we wanted to make sure it doesn't do anything that's non-compliant. On the very bottom, we can tick on this to enable it for new chats and just press on save. So this is a really handy tool. That said, it doesn't allow for any document uploads. Maybe it's your brand guidelines, your communication policy of the company that you work for. For something like that, you can just paste a prompt like this and also add the actual documents. So you can see here, I'm saying what I'm uploading, and then I'm just saying to please review them and help me craft messages, presentations, and documents that align with this internal code. And it also applies to all future chats, so it has that in mind. Awesome, and at the end of the video, I'll explain how you can change your privacy policy to account for any kind of client confidentiality. For the time being, let's get into the first use case. Suppose it's the start of your workday, and a great way to catch up on what's happened overnight is through some market news. So a great first prompt for that could be something like this, where I say, I'm working as a consultant advising Fortune 500 companies in the US. Tell me the top 5 things that happened in the market overnight that I should know about. And here I'm just listing some examples of things that I'd be interested in learning about. Give it a second to load, and now you can see it starts to generate all of the key insights for the day with a total of 5 of the main ones. It's also added some of the sources that it's used. One of the great things about this is that you can be as specific as you want. In this case, we went for just generic US news, but maybe I live in Ithaca, New York, and I only want to know stuff about Ithaca specifically. I can also modify the prompt for that. Next up, one of the most useful use cases is financial statement analysis. As part of that, suppose that I'm supposed to analyze Apple's financial statements. So here we have their 10K, which is the annual report. And you'll notice that it's 121 pages long. That said, I only want to know a few things like their gross margin, their net margin, etc. So let me ask ChatGPT for that. All I need to do is go ahead and upload the actual document, ideally in PDF format. So I have it right here. Just gonna hit enter there, and as the prompt, I can ask it for something like this. Hey, I've got this annual report for Apple, and I'm looking for these 3 specific margins for 2024, and then the growth rates from 23 to 24 for the net income and the revenue. So let's give that a try. If we scroll lower down, you can see that it's been generating all of the different margins. It's also generated the growth rates over here. And you might be like, hey Kenji, I'm an analyst. Of course, I already know how to do something like this. And that's great, but ChatGPT can serve as an awesome tool to verify your numbers and check if both of you have the exact same ratios and percentages. Next up, we have data analysis, and a common scenario here is that you're sent a document like this in Excel or CSV format, as is this one, and they're asking you to just extract some insights. It is quite vague, but looking at the document, it would be nice to know which region maybe is the highest in revenue, which customer has been spending the most, and other information like that. So here we are back in ChatGPT, and you can see I've added the dataset here in CSV format, and I'm simply asking it to write a summary report with the 5 key takeaways. I'm keeping it quite vague here. Let's see what it can do. It's loaded up, and if we scroll lower down, here's some key takeaways. Firstly, the top customer, so we see what Frank ordered. Then we see the best-selling product, the highest revenue by product, the performance by region, where the North is the highest, and the order profitability. So I'd say overall this is a great start, and now maybe we need to send it to our manager as an email, so let's ask for that. Here I've written to convert this into an email for my manager Joe, and I'm gonna hit enter. Awesome, so you can see it's proposing a subject and it's structured everything nicely into an email with some suggestions in the end in case our manager wants us to follow up with some of the data. Awesome, and now the next use case is presentation prep, which I personally find to be one of the most useful. This is the equivalent of having a friend listen to your presentation and check for any mistakes, as well as some follow-up questions. For example, here I have a sample presentation that you can see is on an income statement, and within it, I've actually gone ahead and made a mistake on purpose here for the Amazon gross margin ratio. This figure should actually be more like 48.9% and not 38%. So let's see if ChatGPT is able to spot that. As the prompt, you can see I'm working as a financial analyst and my client is a manager at a big tech firm. I'm also giving some context here that the team has 10 plus years of experience, so they're very sharp with numbers. I've uploaded the presentation and want you to check if there's any errors in the calculations, check each one in detail, and also prepare me for any questions they might have. You'll also notice that I'm showing the presentation as a PDF and not as a PowerPoint file. Overall, I find that it reads PDF files a lot better. Now I'm just going to press on enter and see what it says. Awesome, so you can see it's checking each of the ratios we have, and for the gross margin, which is actually the one I said I made a mistake on purpose on, it's been able to spot that it should be 48.9 and not 38.9%. If we keep scrolling down to the bottom, here's some likely questions that they might ask us. First is obviously the one that we have an error for, so that's one that we'll probably correct before we present. But here's some follow-up questions that they might ask. Is this earnings per share based on diluted or basic shares? That's something important for us to clarify and change the presentation for. And also we should probably know the backstory. So what's driving the year-over-year growth? In this case, the presentation's for Amazon, so we should know whether that's Amazon Web Services, advertising, marketplace fees, or whatever the story might be. So you can see this is a great way to get your presentation verified, and it also applies to emails, reports, case studies, and so much more. Before we get into privacy changes, you've obviously seen how ChatGPT can literally save you hours of time. That said, when it comes to more complex analysis, for example, for a financial analyst, what could be creating a 3-statement model, creating a discounted cash flow model, things like that, it really doesn't do very well. So if you're keen to learn these concepts, you should check out our complete finance and valuation course. To give you an idea of what the course entails, first we cover financial statement analysis using Apple's real annual report as an example. Then we get into financial modeling through a 3-statement model on Apple. After that, we begin the valuation phase where you learn to do a discounted cash flow, a comparable company's valuation, and a precedent transactions valuation on Apple, looking at their real financial statements to eventually derive a valuation range. Lastly, we'll show you how to present your investment thesis using a stock pitch format. So if you're interested in checking this out, head over to the link in the description below. Alright, back to the video. Now finally, getting into privacy or confidentiality, there's a few different steps you can take depending on how serious you are about it. The first option you have is upgrading to the team version. You'll notice down over here that it says that the data is excluded from training by default. Alternatively, you can do that in the personal versions too. So just head over to the icon on the right hand side and then go over to settings. And within this pop-up, you want to head to data controls. And you'll notice there's the area called improve the model for everyone. That's what you want to tick on. And you'll notice here it says allow your content to be used to train our models. You don't want that, so you can just untick it. Then just press on done for it to update. That's not all though, there's a few other steps you can take. First would be to go over to the general area, and over here you could delete all of your chats if you wanted. If all of that is still not enough for you, you can use one more feature, which is this temporary part. If you tick on that, it basically works just like a incognito window in a browser. So you'll notice they don't appear in your history, they don't work for any model training, and the memory is completely off. That also means that you're not going to be able to do any kinds of customizations for it. The final thing you could do, if you're still concerned, is just use some dummy data. So instead of calling it the actual client's name, you can call it company ABC to protect their identity. Awesome. Now to continue learning the top 5 skills you need for finance other than ChatGPT, you should watch this video over here, or you can take our finance evaluation course over here. Hit the like and that subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.